So Shanti, in reference to your idea that zero is infinity, and everything is an illusion, okay,
Yes.
it kind of shifts my whole reality because I feel like it's almost unnecessary to have goals like fame or fortune or something like that. So, I mean, just speak on that.
Yes. We are dreaming right now.
Okay.
But how do we know we are dreaming?
Or awakened dreaming.
Right now we are dreaming.
Okay.
But we don't know.
Okay.
We dream, we know. We wake up from the dream, we know we were dreaming.
Right, but right now.
Right now,
we
we don't know because everything is real. Reference point, everything is real. There is another way of waking up, and that waking up into the reality. So, scriptures talk about 3 states of consciousness. One is waking, so we know waking, and you say, I exist. We exist. Then you are dreaming. You are another person in dreaming. You know, when you wake up, dream, you cannot bring it. So there is conflict between waking and dreaming state.
Okay.
Third one is dreamless sleep. Your sleep where mind doesn't register anything, right? So there are conflict of 3 states: sleep, dreaming, waking, and dreamless sleep. But you are witnessing all these states because right now you say, okay, I see everything, so I'm here. I dreamt, so you are I that, and I had a good sleep. So that consciousness is constant. That is called waking up.
Okay, that's behind everything. And also, there
Yes.
was one other state, which is lucid dreaming. When
Yes.
you can do lucid dreaming, you realize that you are dreaming
Yes.
within the dream. So that,
Yes.
that might be another.
So basically, there is only one consciousness. Looks like 3 consciousness.
Okay.
That is what we are.
The observer.
Observer. And that observer is us.
So how can we benefit from that? Which as a meditator, I'm starting to realize that. So where's the benefits besides non-attachment? I mean, I see the
benefit is you wake up from the dream.
Right.
Okay, you are in the debt, big debt, or you were dying and you woke up from the dream.
Okay. Right.
You feel relief.
That's true. You do feel relief.
So really, these are all illusions. Illusions we don't realize, but in this illusion, we don't realize we are suffering. We call pleasure, it's actually painful. So just becoming free. So really what we are is consciousness. Nothing happens. For an average person, they cannot even imagine that. I want to live. I want to enjoy pleasure. And that's what everyone wants to live. This is inborn feeling. But then, on the other hand, like, you get deep sleep, then you say, it's such a relief. Or if you get tremendous pleasure, that is wonderful pleasure. What happens when you get that pleasure? Just when you experience a pleasure of sex, pleasure of food, pleasure of seeing, at that moment, you get satisfied, so you are withdrawn into yourself. And that experience you say was very pleasant. Okay, but it's an illusion. It is illusion because for a moment you went in, and illusion comes, pleasure came from outside. So the pleasure we get, real pleasure, is going inward. So that is the real thing happening. So waking up is like a constant joy like that. See, that we can understand. So really all this are impermanent.
So when a pleasure happens, okay, so I go inward, it's kind of like a meditative state, you're saying?
Right, just for a moment we feel good, the highest kind of...
Okay, and that when that feel good happens, we're going
inward.
Okay.
And when we go inward, we get connect.
And that's the thought pattern of, I just had I just enjoyed myself, or it was pleasurable.
Yes.
So, but the pleasure came from the thought pattern of going inward.
Right. So pleasure comes from inside. The real joy comes from
It
inside.
had nothing to do with the outside event.
Outside is only fooling us. It's illusion.
Okay.
So this is why.
So that could be for anything. Let me stay on the subject of sex, for example.
Yes.
Everybody's tied into sex. So it's during the sexual act,
Yes.
it's afterwards that you say to yourself that was pleasurable?
No. When you reach the climax,
Okay.
that moment, aha moment.
Okay. Now let's just say I was meditating and
Yes.
and I had an enjoyable meditation. Is it a very similar?
Right. That aha moment is continued, is meditation.
Okay.
So aha moment comes when you are connected with your higher self. I know where the chart is, but just in the back of that. Whenever it happens, you are going inward. So really bliss comes from here. So pleasure comes from the senses is only small reflection of this real consciousness. Okay. So it is like shadow. You know, the light of candle is insignificant compared to the sun's light. Same way, all the pleasures are small reflection of the bliss.
Okay.
Yes. So this is what it is. So really, when you get that state, what is the use? The use is like life becomes not so serious. Life becomes like a play. There is no gain or loss. Just like you play any game,
Right.
you gain or lose, it just is fun. Okay, this is where life is not serious because nothing happens. You are actor playing your role on the stage.
Right, and that's it.
All the time you remember whatever role I play, old man or dying or wounded or whatever.
It's just a role.
It's a role. So this way we remember I'm consciousness, always blissful. But we are so much programmed, so it is very difficult to maintain that. Even to understand that, it requires openness. So this is why I was talking about these two scriptures. They are so highly advanced. One is called Ashtavakra Gita, other one is Yoga Vasishta. And they talk about only consciousness. For most people, they get frustrated. What consciousness? What do I need? I need the pleasure.
Sure.
So it requires worthiness and preparation to even go in this direction.
Isn't it good, that thought pattern? Yeah.
So if somebody says, what would I get by liberation? You won't be born again. No, I want to be born again. See the whole idea?
Right.
They cannot conceive, all the thing, because they are so much caught into it. Just like somebody's in the dream.
They want to be born again.
Yes.
Everybody wants
And
to be
born
born
and
again.
suffer. And this is what all the masters say. Being born is suffering. 9 months upside down in suffocation in the mother's womb is suffering, but we don't realize it. They say we suffer, pray to God, we cry when we come out, but we get deluded by the world. So this is how they explain it. But all great masters explain transmigration is inevitable as long as we have desires to be free and content. Okay, that takes time to remove all the impressions.